Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Fandom. My name is JP McDaniel. We're here with three new people, and we're going to be talking today about Destiny. So what a better... I can't actually imagine a better group of people here to talk about it, because we got King Calion, we got Professor Broman, and we've got the T-Rex.
I just wanted an occasion to wear this shirt.
You always wear Hawaiian shirts. What are you talking about?
Like every day. Yeah. If you're always on vacation, then you're never not on vacation, JP. Come on.
Is that why? Is that the reason?
That's why. Yeah.
Do you just have like a closet full of nut? Let's get into this. This is the real Fandom of Destiny. Why do you have so many fucking Hawaiian shirts?
Because they're super comfortable. They're made out of silk, man. It's like wearing your pajamas all day. What's wrong?
Do you have any like? You actually have t-shirts?
Show off his cleavage. He's lying. Show off his cleavage.
On a scale of 1 to 1, how many t-shirts do you own? 1?
No, I actually have 20 black t-shirts.
Okay, well,
He's actually
Wait, exactly.
right.
You just bought 20. Just
that's
He used to only wear 20 black. He used to only wear the black t-shirts. I remember that
Yeah, that's what
Wow.
happens.
back in the day.
well now
And
now
you
he's
grow as
opened
a
up.
person.
Destiny has opened up his life to the world of Hawaiian shirts. So there we go. That's why we're
Pretty
here.
much.
That's why we're
that's
here.
there you go. Thanks, Deej.
Yeah. I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering what the fuck is Fandom. Fandom is a show that really celebrates media with passionate people discussing and talking about everything that they love about that specific thing. So with Destiny, the first episode we had was on World of Warcraft, and I was very familiar with that. Destiny is something that's actually come into my life very recently. Maybe the first year wasn't so much in my life. So it's going to heavily remain on you guys for that, to bring the passion. Because for me, I think I'm just getting started, maybe.
A lot of people are just getting started.
Yeah, I think, and maybe that's a good way to start this is like, there's no better time than right now to play Destiny, because year 2 just started and like everything's been redone, it's all been reset, and they've actually nailed
It's all
it.
better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's and even as longtime fans, you guys would say it's better, right?
Oh, way better than your 1.
Okay, good.
Oh, for sure.
Good. But before we even jump into any of that, let's do some introductions, just some quick. Tell us about yourself. Tell us your streaming career, your Destiny career. Why don't we start with Broman down there?
Okay. Really? Yeah, I have been on Twitch for nearing 3 years. I started streaming in January 2013. And I did speedruns, and I played Borderlands 2 primarily, along with a whole bunch of other stuff. That's how I met Corey, or Goth. Sorry. See, it's bad. Yeah, see, we're going to use
It's me. Now they know my name.
Darn it!
Damn.
Now I'm going to have to turn straw into gold, you see.
Damn.
It's a fairy tale joke for you.
Yeah. So that's how we met. And as far as Destiny started, I played the beta a little bit because Goth was like, "Hey, there's this new game coming out. We should try it out." And I was
Yeah,
like,
the beta ended a few weeks ago, so.
"Oh, yeah."
So I've been told.
Ouch.
Yeah. So we did that together, and then we had this wacky idea of, like, we heard there was a raid in it, and all of us had experience in MMOs before, and we were like, "Oh, wouldn't it be cool to be like world first in this raid?" So that's what got me interested in playing it, and then I fell in love with the game, even in its relatively rougher state. And yeah, I've been streaming it like every day since then. It's pretty great.
Well, I mean, it's natural to fall in love with something for what it could be and what its potential is. That's why that's why women fall in love with musicians. It's not because they're musicians. It's because of what they could turn it into. It's the future stability of it.
There you go.
There
Philosophy
you
of
go. I don't want current stability. I want future stability in my life.
Yeah.
And not even that. It's not even guaranteed future stability. It's
No,
possibility of future stability.
Besides stability, T-Rex, tell us a little about yourself.
Sure. So one thing that Professor Roman, I don't think, mentioned is that we're related.
I
Wow.
didn't say that.
Wow.
Just
Yeah.
straightforward
Yeah.
relationship.
Just
right off
just
the bat.
saying.
I wanted to let you say that.
It's
It's
all
so
right.
important for you.
It's the fuck does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know either. It was rude. I'm telling mom.
I'm done.
Anyways, but yeah, I mean, I kind of got into Twitch back in like 2012. Started watching stuff, and then did a little speedrunning type stuff, and then after that, I kind of same thing. Fell in love with Destiny and just talking, hanging out, people, and playing video games. You know, it's kind of like a childhood dream, and now I get to do it every day. It's the best.
You're playing the game on the screen now, T-Rex.
Yeah,
I am.
He's on the screen right now.
I'm in 2 places.
That's how good of a streamer is. He's actually still
you,
live.
oh man, you
Wow,
pulled.
dude.
Is this was this from yesterday when I was sick? Oh man,
You're a time lord.
I think so.
No, this is during trip mines. Oh yeah, I had to get trip mine kills. There's a lot of trip.
It's all right.
mines
It's only on screen for like maybe a minute at most. So we'll watch you. Nope, you didn't get the kill. You had one. Oh no,
no, it's fine. I'm gonna get him. He's gonna come back around, and I'm gonna kill him.
There you go.
There you
go. Now we can switch off.
Oh
I did. I remember gameplay.
And then he died right after, but that wasn't on screen, man.
Oh,
I got
that's
you.
fine. I got you.
there.
Okay.
We're good. We're good. Last but not least, Calion, introduce yourself.
I'm King Italian. I'm king of nothing. I don't know why the king is in my name.
Why did you put king in your name? Just did you have an
I
ego to start off with?
you know what? I've always been kind of a cocky piece of shit, and I think when I made my account, I was like, yeah, king of the things, man. Let's do it. No, I originally started doing Borderlands content, but I was on the Borderlands forums. I was a moderator for Gearbox, and I used to do these like competitive PvE events, and I think King Italian came from there because I would whoop that ass in a non-competitive game. Yeah. Calvin Ball. So and then I started Twitch about 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago. Partnered a little bit over 2 years ago. Sub button shortly thereafter. And met Ben through Borderlands 2, which is what I streamed for the longest time. You see a theme here.
How was the Borderlands 2 community before you guys came over to Destiny?
Oh man.
Borderlands 2 community is
Passionate.
It's passionate, yeah. So either they were like really on board with us doing Destiny, or they were like mega fuck you guys, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The inbox was a dangerous place. For
It's bad,
It's
man.
always a dangerous
up and it'd
place.
just be like, "Hey, buddy," and you're like, "No, I'm sorry. I just
sorry.
like a different game now." It's
No, but I would say it's split down the middle. Half the people are amazing, half the people were really mad that we left.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, overall, just a passionate community. And then we came over to Destiny and did that thing, and I think it's I speak for everybody here that playing Destiny has been transformative for lives.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
Slightly.
I can see that. I can see
here
that.
we are. Yeah.
Just some rough stats here about Destiny. It launched in September 2014. On day one of release, sold 500 million USD at retail. By September 17th, 2015, so about almost less than a month ago, there was 20 million player characters created. And like I said at the start of this, I completely disliked year one. I did a 24-hour stream at launch.
Man.
The viewership was fucking unreal. I had like 20,000 people watching, and I never played it again after that until about a month ago when year two came out. And so they did a lot of things right, and that's why we were saying if you want to get back into it, now's the time.
Now's time.
Now's time for sure.
sure.
But let's talk about pre-launch. Let's talk about beta. I thought the beta for Destiny, it sold me on it. I thought it was going to be amazing going into the beta and playing the beta. And it, like, what was y'all's experience with the beta? Was it pretty much the same?
For me, playing the beta, I was I never really kept up with it a lot. I was like, oh, Bungie's making another thing. I wasn't paying any attention at all somehow. So when I played the beta, I was like, holy crap, this is great. Like, this has so much potential. And I think that's when I fell in love with the game, as I was like, wow, I love this studio and I've seen what they do. Like, I've seen them take a basic idea and advance it so far that it becomes like a staple and an icon. And I really got that feeling from the beta when I was playing it. Like, oh my gosh, this could be something like immense and great and fantastic. So that was my experience with the beta.
Goth or Rex, what about you guys?
T.
Oh, all right. Well, I played the beta originally. I think day it came out for Xbox One, and I was really excited. Me and two of my friends just kind of dove right into it right off the bat. And I was playing Warlock at the time and all that kind of stuff. And I really liked it because I've always been a really big Bungie and Halo fan. I really didn't play the game for Halo games after Reach, so I guess I kind of fell off when Bungie did too.
Kind of made the right choice, but let's move on.
Yeah. So, when I heard, first off, when we started the first teasers, a long time ago, I was like, oh, great. So when I got my hands on the beta, I was like, this game feels like the game feel of it was great. My biggest concern, though, in which to this day still kind of is, was I was like, man, I hit the level cap, which was level 8, if I remember correctly.
It was 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same as the trials. The trials still a thing that's available?
Yeah, I thought it was 15 for trials.
No, I was pretty sure
the trial's around because it still bugs people's game.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't even know there was a trial. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, there was a trial version you could get. Is essentially locked to level 8 like the beta was. Beta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the alpha was cute.
Were you in that?
They call it an alpha, and that's not what an alpha is. If the public has access to it, then it's not an alpha. You know, it's like a 2-stage beta.
Well, that's right. They did the 2 stages. I remember.
Yeah, that
yeah.
bugs me that studios do that. It's like, hey, we're gonna give you the alpha access. It's like, no, you're not. That's test builds. That's what alpha is, nerd. I can stop with your corporate mumbo jumbo. Just call it a 2-step beta.
This texture's unfinished. How great is this?
I know. If there was like the checkered board textures,
right.
You know, and you walk around like this,
constant T form.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. The thing that not a lot of people publicly knew, but I think some of the people that had played the full game prior to release, everyone was worried about like the amount of content in the game at launch. And you started hearing like a little bit of rumblings during the beta, like the things that you played in the beta is like 1/3 of the game, and everyone was like, no, there's no way that's actually true. Then it came out, and it kind of was true. I think that was like the biggest complaint people had is. I think you hit about, what was level 14 when you finished the main story, or was it a little bit higher than that?
I think I finished
after the main story? Yeah, you would.
I think I was like 17 or 18.
17 or 18?
Yeah, you had to grind the rest of the way, yeah.
Yeah, I remember the grind. Everyone disliked the grind because you're just playing the same missions over and over and over. And then that's kind of all the game was, because most people, it took a long time to get raid ready at the start. And they didn't want to do the same thing just nonstop. Yeah, the loot cave was something that was new.
Though.
I mean, but that's technically what it still is. It's just veiled behind better story.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
Yeah, the progression system was immensely improved in between year 1 and 2, like just night and day.
I'd say even during year 1, it was constantly getting better as well. You look at House of Wolves, especially.
I think that even inside of like launch, it was, for me, I was still attached to like, okay, yeah, this isn't great, but I love the way that it feels, kind of like echoing T-Rex. It felt good still. Like the thing that kept me coming back to Destiny was like I would play other games or I'd go back to some of the old stuff that I did, but it kept sucking me back in because like it just felt great to play. And even though, like maybe there wasn't a pile of new stuff to do all the time, I always found myself coming back because I was like, oh, wow, like this is fun. Like I just enjoyed the way that it felt to play the game.
There's a really testament to that for sure.
Yeah, I think that was everyone prior to even the beta and some of the trailers that were coming out for this. Everyone wanted to play the next Bungie thing because, you know, they had not done Halo for what, 3 years? Reach?
It's like 3 years. Yeah.
Reach came out, I think, in 2010.
Was it really 3?
Maybe it was.
It was a long time.
It might have been 4.
I talked to Deej about the period where they went dark, you know.
Right.
Oh yeah.
After the golden age. You know,
yeah. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
They did just kind of be all mysterious for years and just.
Oh yeah, dude. You couldn't get anything out of them.
There was one of the things. This is actually from ODST. This was, I think, I'm gonna have to blow this image up, but this was the first kind of like mention that.
Oh yeah, I saw that picture that you had.
That people saw was this random image in ODST that says "Destiny awaits."
Oh
yeah. And it's even got the little thing next.
They took that out, didn't they?
Guys, you see the Cosmodrome.
Oh yeah, that's Cosmodrome. Yeah.
But didn't they take that out in the Master Chief Collection?
I don't know. I'm actually currently replaying all the Halos. We have not gotten to ODST yet, so I will look for it when we jump into that.
I'm pretty sure they removed that. I want to say they did. I might be wrong. I'm wrong a lot.
There was a couple of other little teasers, but we don't. I'm not gonna show you all of them. But apart from that, the other big thing well, I mean, just go on the wiki page, look at them if you really want to find them. That's all I did. I don't have like some special stage. Just go on the wiki page. The other thing that I think people are interested in before the even game came out was the idea that they signed a 10-year publishing contract with Activision. That was back in 2012, and that's obviously still ongoing. So with that in mind, like there's still a lot more Destiny to be had regardless, like already confirmed, right? So like
Many
you guys
more
have,
years, yeah.
you have like a 10-year plan as a streamer, which no other stream or no other game has. Everyone's kind of like waiting for the next thing, right? And you guys are like, well, we're good. What's up? We got 10 years, motherfuckers, which is kind of an interesting thing.
For a couple years, didn't World of Warcraft kind of have that stability for a little while at least, to where they could rely on the game continuing to grow and be supported? I mean, not for the span of like 10 straight years, and then who even knows?
It was a long time. I mean, WoW was a really predominant directory on Twitch. And,
sure.
Still is.
Still is, yeah. Still a lot of people stream it. I think that's like that's the only like not Dota, League of Legends, Counter-Strike type game I could really compare it to, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. People in the chat are saying it is removed from MCC, so it's no longer.
Yeah, I knew something. Success.
Offensive.
There you go. 10 out of 10.
My personal experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, 10-year plan is something that was in the back of my mind when I swapped over to Destiny.
But you guys had no aspirations that the game was going to be as big as it is for your channels, right?
Dude, I mean, we would have had to be talking shitheads to be like, you know, I have $38,000 right now, but this time next year it's going to be like 10 times that and some.
Yeah, no.
You know, no, man. I just wanted to have fun with the genre that I enjoy and you know, build on community, because that's always been the focus.
Yeah.
I wanted to take a little break and try and do something. And try and do something special and fun and unique and different, and kind of take my traditional stream like into a new experience for a little while and be like, hey, let's take a break from what we usually do for a couple of weeks and play this new game because I love it. And then it sort of turned into this whole other thing.
Yeah.
So at launch, it wasn't even your main game. It was kind of like a side thing, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's my plan, was to have it as a side thing and then go back to my traditional fare for my stream after 2 weeks. And then I just kept saying, everyone, like one more week. Like 1 more week. Like 3 months. And then I was finally like, look, guys, we need to have a real talk.
Was that the same for you, Goth and Rex?
Yeah. For me, I was working full-time at the time fixing computers. And basically, my brother moved back in town. And, he'd been doing Twitch for a while and stuff like that. And I was watching a lot of streams for a long time. And we had done speedrun stuff together and a bunch of other random stuff for either charity or this, that, and the other. And then I was like, you know what, I feel like to a degree, I feel like if I was gonna try to grow a stream, that it would be at the launch of a game, like, unless you go straight variety all the time, which that's a rough road to travel, but more on to you if you can do it. So I was like, you know what, I'll do full-time working, like normal working, and then full-time streaming at the same time. So I was doing like close to 80-hour weeks between streaming and also working at my other job, just trying to make everything work. And basically I set a goal from, if by the end of September I could just get partnered, like that's it, like just, which is a lofty goal, that like I could maybe consider quitting my job, or at least reducing my hours and putting more time into this. And then lo and behold, September 29th, Hassan pops into my chat, and it was a pretty cool day. So yeah, I would say Destiny has radically changed my life. I couldn't believe I'd be living in a new state, hanging out with coolest folks every day, being able to talk to my brother daily about video games, having my parents not understand a damn thing.
Man, is that frustrating?
No streamers' parents understand what the fuck's going on. It's common.
Our parents try so hard.
They get Christmas presents. It's fine.
No, they're like, tell us what to say to our friend.
Oh, that's the best part. Dad is so proud about it, though. Dad told you, like, when he goes to dinner with people, if one of us are streaming, he'll pull us up on his phone.
Yeah,
he'll do it. And they'll be like, this is my son.
Always a good plan.
Yeah.
He says he mutes it. He says he mutes it.
Okay. Yeah, see, that's what I was about to ask. Does he mute it?
You gotta slowly turn up the volume. What are they talking about? Are they talking about dicks right now? Oh, good.
No dicks? All right, cool.
Awesome. Yeah, man.
My plan since the alpha was to swap games, because I was ready, and I really like MMOs, and I don't care what you say. Destiny has a lot of MMO like.
We're gonna have that talk.
Oh, we're gonna have that talk.
Let's open it up right now.
We'll have a fist fight over it.
If you could consider Phantasy Star Online a sort of MMO, then you can do the same with Destiny.
If Guild Wars is an MMO, Destiny counts.
I mean, I've played a lot of MMOs.
What if you said Destiny was Diablo but a shooter?
That's Borderlands.
Yeah.
Yeah, Borderlands is more Diablo than Destiny.
But is it?
Borderlands is the one that vomits loot all over you.
Yeah, it vomits loot all over you.
Experience.
Yeah.
Well, I would say what is the quintessential capstone of Destiny versus the quintessential capstone for those games? For Destiny, it's the raid, like in my opinion. For Pinnacle,
the raid and game progression.
So you have Borderlands 2, which has raids, but I mean, it's not the same thing.
No, they're just big balls of health. Yeah.
Diablo's the same thing, where you go, you ladder and stuff like that, but there's no real quote unquote true end game difficulty.
Halo
fans about to get mad.
Well, I mean,
I prefer Diablo on console. Who wants to get salty about it?
Oh my God.
No, actually, I know a lot of I know a lot of people that actually do.
It's
feels
actually
better on controller.
They did a really good job porting it over to console.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that think the console version.
Never played Diablo.
I thought it was going to be awful.
You already got one addiction. You don't need a new one.
I don't need multiple ones.
All I know is D2. Man, me and a friend of mine, Matt, spent too much time.
The Diablo fandom would come, and I'll call. It'll come eventually. But yeah, I mean, launch week or launch day. Which one of you started like minute one of the midnight launch? All three of you?
All of us.
All of us, yeah.
All of us.
I'll try to find the streams. Do you guys do you know if that's highlighted on your stream at all?
Oh no.
No. I'm really bad about highlighting.
I really want to pull that stuff up.
It's dead.
Okay.
My webcam was really bad, and
I was wearing a hat. I don't know.
That was where it got the hat at.
Let me see if I can find my first.
The hat's hidden, man.
Were you fully shaving your head yet, Ben, or were you still had a little bit?
No, I started Destiny as a bald man wearing glasses, and
I will continue to be there.
That's his marketing for it.
I'm bound to it now.
Ben had dreadlocks the day before Destiny came out last year.
Ripped them off.
Just ripped them off with his
Didn't
brute
even
strength.
use scissors, man.
It's crazy. It's insane.
It's very surprising.
This podcast has nothing to do with Destiny now.
No, it's good. It's good.
Oh, my old thumbnails are a
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah, I'm getting back to Kill a Gorgon, best chest. All right, I think I found some of these stuff. Like week one, what was the leveling like for you guys? And one thing I always see Goth say is like he's not trying to be the best in the world. Did you start off leveling day one, hour one, trying to be the best in the world?
We did. Yeah, that was our goal.
Our goal was to be world first to beat Atheon.
For the world of glass.
The world of glass.
Yeah, we wanted world first for Volt of Glass because like when I was getting them to play, I was like, there's a raid, and then our stream team was like, let's go for world first, and I was like, cool, fuck it, let's do it. Why not? Let's make a mark on this new game, because we didn't have the communities established, and we got 7th. We actually got to Atheon first.
Yeah.
On day one, and we just didn't have the light level for it because we didn't get lucky enough with drops, and we hit our head against the wall enough. Yeah,
we got gear checked at at level 27, and I would say if we had the strats we had now, we probably could have beaten him that night. But I mean, we were going
13 hours in.
13? Jesus.
Yeah.
It was such a long fight. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Oryx.
But that was
we gotta wait a year.
The hilarious continuity of all of it is that a year ago we tried to be world first in the raid, and in the most recent raid we did somehow manage to be the first people to clear it, even though that wasn't our goal. Like we were just there to have fun and figure it out and apply.
Well, after the whole shenanigans with Volta Class, we pretty much said,
fuck it.
World first to fun.
Let's world first to fun.
Yeah. We focused on community during the raid versus trying to beat it quickly and being upset. Because in my opinion, nothing is worse than watching anything where this supposed team of friends or whatever go at each other's throats and get super mad. And my favorite is people who take, once again, our disagreements like during the raid when we're trying to figure something out as like, oh my god, they're so mad. And like there's people who brought it up to me, Goth, but the one time during the Golgoroth fight, how people were like, were you just really mad at Gotham? I'm like, no, I just thought I was right, and I won.
The moment we were like, tell me why you don't want to do this.
I know.
Why don't you want to do this? And I was like,
wanted to
I just
know.
don't think it's right. I just don't think it's right.
I know. Hey, and you were right, and it was fine.
Yeah,
But
it's
no,
fine.
we're super mad at each other.
Yeah, we all.
We hate each other.
Yeah, I'm very mad.
I think this is
Oh, we
some
went
of,
off course.
I think this is yeah, or not Broman. Sorry, Gathalion's
God's perspective on
first
on
kill.
Atheon.
Yeah, on Atheon.
On our first Atheon kill?
Yeah, from a year ago.
I had my icebreaker.
Yeah,
I got
you
the
your
icebreaker.
damn icebreaker. I'll never forget that. That was like he got a legendary engram from a dreg on the Cosmodrome, and he goes to the tower, and then it's like icebreaker, guys, and I was like,
Then there's also requires Titan, which is
oh yeah, we both had it.
legendary requires Titan. Fuck, it's just the best.
I think
that's
that you
perfect.
actually have that highlighted as well. One side.
Oh yeah.
That apparently got rotated around the Bungie office.
Yeah.
Oh, did it?
As far as I understand,
Any of our us getting gear and being excited and then immediately disappointed, all the guys at
Bungie loves that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, guys, this is the player experience we're going for.
that and peeing your pants when you see a raid boss.
Wait,
That's-
the highlight is literally you just watching the icebreaker levitate. That's all it is.
Oh no.
It's you're just looking at
No,
it.
no. I think I actually.
is that your
I-
review?
No, yeah. I fucking edited it live because I didn't want to get offline, and I was like, I'll just do this right now, and then I'll upload it to YouTube later. Fucking lazy YouTubing. Damn, do it.
It is.
As YouTube's important.
What?
Important. Oh my god.
Break it down for people that have never played Destiny before. One, I mean, just I'll do the simple stuff. Exotic is the best weapon quality you can get in the game. Why is the icebreaker like? Why was that such a big deal?
It basically had infinite ammo. It would regen ammo.
And was that like one of the only guns in the game that had that?
The only one.
It was the only one.
Oh, there's the invective.
And that doesn't really count because it's not the same rate.
The shotgun.
Shotgun.
Because you can still pick up special ammo, but with the
Yeah.
icebreaker too is also crazy high impact for what it
Yeah,
could
it was
do.
really strong. It's like one of the strongest. It was the strongest until the Black Hammer.
Yeah. No, a spear. Spear isn't the
Spear?
game. Iron Banner had spear, didn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, probably.
I don't know either.
Totally unimportant.
It's whatever.
This highlight's not even you getting it. It's just you talking about it for 15
Don't worry about it.
That's great at YouTube.
I wanted to get another like nerd yell from Goth like you guys had on Oryx, but it's not even here.
Oh man, that was
You want a good one? I think it's like, I'll give you one from me.
Just post it up in the chat.
Yeah. Well, in this chat here.
I only have
yeah.
one good video on my YouTube channel, and that's it.
Okay. Yeah, no. This is me. Yeah. Yeah, this one.
What are you pulling on?
This is the when I got the Soros out of the chest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I recorded me getting the G horn the first time.
No, it says save chat. What?
That's a
How
good
do I-
one.
Oh, there
There
you
you
go.
go. There you go.
Yeah, this was our. I think that was in our first or second clear. That chest had exotic stuff, and I lost. I didn't even know I got an exotic when it happened. I was just excited to get the chest or the fancy pants thing. Oh, my bad juju that I worked like an eternity to get. That was crap in the raid.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It turns out that I nearly go Super Saiyan whenever I kill Oryx or any of his male offspring.
That's great.
So what like where was this chest? People have never played Destiny before. Try to break it down.
That was
for
in the
them.
first
Yeah.
raid.
So this is Vault of
it's-
Glass.
It's Vault of Glass.
Yeah.
Right before you do a sneaking encounter, after you kill the first boss, there's like a bunch of caves, and you crawl up into this hole in the cave, and you open this chest, and it can have all sorts of really cool stuff in it. We didn't know yet that it could drop like exotic quality weapons, so I just really wanted this cool looking cape.
Yeah.
And my chat was like, "Bro, man, you got the thing," and I was like, "What?" And then I saw the thing, and I lost my mind.
Nice.
Well, what's so good about the Suros?
So the Soros version,
Oh man.
when I got that,
This is what I see. I know the
when
reaction
got
is
that
going to be
gun,
good.
It was
Oh,
literally the only weapon to use in the game when it came to Crucible.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was back when it was the Thorn. Were you familiar with the Thorn during
I know
those
of the
days?
name, but
Okay.
feel free to break it down for people that like.
It
Think about your
Ben,
talking. This is something very strange. You guys talk to Destiny people all the time,
So-
but people have never played
so
before.
The Soros regime was essentially there are like different tiers of weapon to use in PvP. And throughout the entire first year, and this was one of the really big problems with PvP, is there were always weapons that outclassed everything else so much that it was the only thing that you could fight with.
Yeah.
So for that, you're like, one, like, yay, now I can be good at PvP. And two, it was kind of like a pass ticket into actually being able to play PvP for fun. Because if you didn't have those things, you couldn't even
shit
play
on.
the game. Yeah.
I'm watching that video and you are dancing.
Yeah, you're
man.
dancing.
Yeah,
man.
I'm dancing.
Very excited.
It's great.
Also, for those that don't know,
Are you
Crucible.
wearing a mustache? It looks like you have a mustache.
On my face.
Let's pause it here. And yep, mustache. Yep.
I have a mustache now.
Yeah, but that looks like it. I don't know if like it's a shadow from your nose.
It might be
but
the
It's
shadow.
probably the shadow from my nose.
Yeah, it looks like a handlebar mustache, which I've never. Bully.
It's a little bit of that.
For those that don't know, Crucible is PvP in Destiny.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you hear the term Crucible, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It has a variety of game modes. Basically, it's Destiny's matchmaking for everything they do.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's talk about loot caves. Describe what the fuck a loot cave is to people that, because like I remember I didn't play it this time, but I remember reading for like that week or maybe the 2 weeks that it was the loot caves existed. It was fucking everywhere. Like I would go to Kotaku, I'd go to IGN, I'd go anywhere on the fucking internet talking about games. They're like, guys,
Okay.
those fucking
So-
loot caves are happening right now.
The loot cave. Imagine you have a cave. All right. Are you with me, JP?
I'm
taking
with you.
on
I got a
JP.
cave. I got it.
Okay, there's a cave. All right, let's say that there are enemies inside that cave that will spawn if you are X distance from them.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Now let's imagine 4 people standing far away shooting into that hole for about 5 hours straight. And every once in a while, you will get up and go collect the absolute ridiculous amount of engrams. Those are the drops in the game.
Right.
That are in
Engrams
the
are the
loot
drops.
cave.
Yeah.
Engrams are the drops. So that was the loot cave. It was just an endless stream that you shot into. Not only that, but you didn't even have to take shots. You just had to stand next to somebody who was taking shots. So you could walk your character out there.
Oh
and
man, I forgot about that.
You could be a piece
Yeah.
of
10
and
people sitting
not
there.
even participate in the laziness.
But then there was the other side of that where there was not assholes, or heroes, whichever.
However you
who would sit in the loot cave so the guys couldn't spawn, and they would just
Oh,
put
that's
their controller
awesome.
on a rubber band.
Everyone would go ballistic about it.
Ballistic.
And you have no control over
think
like
for the
area,
game,
so.
This was Bungie learning its community. It was the first step for Bungie learning its community. They learned through that whole experience that the entire community will find the path of least resistance to gear up. And so if there's literally any tiny bug in the game that's going to give people loot, it will be exploited to death. And so honestly, I think that their first reaction to that was kind of like take everything away and scale it all back.
Yeah.
But it was really, I don't know, it was really fun. They even mentioned in their first or second weekly update that watching that happen was an extremely humbling experience for them, because they were like, wow, we didn't.
Did you talk to Deej about that at all?
do that when I was up there, or like when?
I talked to him specifically about the loot cave.
No, what did he say to you?
And he basically said that they knew about the loot cave before launch.
Oh yeah.
But they thought because the other avenues of getting gear were better, that other players would choose to do that. Doing strikes and doing PvP would ultimately yield more legendaries over time than loot cave, but like you said, it offered the least amount of resistance.
Yeah.
And their first reaction then, after seeing other people not do other things, was no, take it away, take it away, take it away. And now they have much more of a let's just let them eat cake attitude towards things like that. Yeah.
The funny thing is that happened in year 2 to a degree, to where people were using a thing called the 3 of coins farming method and killing a boss really quickly, over and over again. But the weird thing was that actually was once again, people thought that was the easiest way to gear up because they were getting exotics. But in year 2, you need a lot more than just 1 or 2 exotics to hit next level and stuff like that. There's much better avenues. So people were wasting all of their strange coins, which are part of the economy of Destiny, trying to gear up in a really inefficient way, because you can only equip 1 exotic at a time for armor and weapons. That's an important fact about the game. Right. You can't have 4 exotic armor pieces and 3 exotic weapons on at the same time. You can have 1 armor and 1 weapon. There's some weird you can have 2 very specific reason at a very specific time, but that's the exclusion to that.
So I'm learning something about what is this? Each loot cave has a name. Like, why is loot cave 156 a thing on this?
I don't know what that is.
No, I would say it's click.
We used the death hallway. Remember that, Ben?
The death hallway.
Right before the Nexus boss, where it was just...
yeah.
Kill all the enemies and then jump off the cliff.
And then you would jump off, yeah. Huh?
Was Obsidian Mine of the game at that time?
No.
I remember doing that. It must have been heavies then. I was like, what was I doing at that? Was I just dunking that over and over again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that hallway yielded a lot of loot.
Oh man.
I remember people in chat so mad too. This is boring, and I was like,
quit dying.
You could click the little red X and come back later.
This is content. Welcome to content.
Welcome to what everyone. Yeah, because the thing is, and this is still true when it comes to streaming this game. If there is something new, you're either doing that, and people are complaining that you're doing it, or you're not doing it, and everyone is asking you why you're not doing it. It's a zero-sum game, so you know. It's super fun. I mean, like, I love streaming the game, and chat is awesome. But whenever something is new, it's like all anyone wants to see, but it's also the last thing they want to see.
But now it's so predictable and familiar that you can make your own game out of it and troll chat like fragments.
It's great. Yeah. Anytime you're doing a search and hunt something, you can just act like you don't see it, and it makes people. They don't like it. They don't like it because they can't make you pick it up.
Yeah.
And the more you push that point, the more they get upset.
Yeah. How much you get the sleeper stimulant? I cheated. That was probably my favorite response to give for like 20 minutes. I was like, I cheated. I hacked the game.
I hacked it.
That was one of the things that I've found out when I came back and started playing at year 2 launch. Is the first Xur, I was online at like 4 a.m. because I was fucking addicted, and I saw my viewers just like start going up and up and up, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why does everyone care about Xur's location so much? And it's literally because everyone just wants to get to him as fast as possible, so they go into the streams, and you see like I had like a 3,000 plus viewer spike at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
And I was just like, what the fuck is this? Is so bizarre. Like, there's no other stream or community like that on Twitch.
Was that the first?
My Friday YouTube videos taken care of every week. I'm just like, hey, here he is.
Here's Xur.
One of the 6 locations.
That's the other thing too, is like I see you guys creating YouTube videos, and I see everyone else doing YouTube videos, and it's like, this is what you need to do today for the dailies. And there's a YouTube video on like how to do the dailies the fastest. And
I just run around in the tower and talk about shit. That's not how my channel works.
It's I think that for whatever reason, like the Destiny community as a whole is always obsessed with the fastest way to do something.
Right.
Period.
That is the number one question about anything. What's the fastest way to gear up? What's the fastest way to raise my light level? What's the fastest way to kill this boss? Everything has to be fast.
How do I get that weapon you're using? It's an exotic. Whoa.
Yeah. Oh my god. Well, you know what I love? In year 2, we have a lot of direct paths.
That doesn't even matter though, because you say like it's from a quest. Which quest? This one. Where do I get it? Here. How many steps is there? What step?
That's what Dado's for. Just fucking link him to Dado's channel, and then you're good to go.
You know Dado's gonna murder you. Like, next time.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna be like, "Hi, God," and just like stab you right in the kidney.
Just to make a clear point, because I don't think we've talked like specifically about this.
Sure.
We keep saying year 1 and year 2 of Destiny. So year 1 of Destiny is everything from launch up until the most recent DLC, which is the Taken King. It's a really strong line in between what Destiny used to be and what it is now. Every single system in the game changed dramatically.
Yeah,
when Taken King came out.
Does that kind of worry you about year 3? This is something I've been thinking about recently.
Oh man,
there's different teams at Bungie, and Luke Smith is in charge of the Taken King team, and they're already working on their next project. But there's another team working on the next expansion, and then inevitably what will probably be Destiny 2 next year.
Yeah.
And that's not the Taken King team. So like, I'm like, man, how are they going to drastically change it in a way that I love, like Luke Smith's direction went? Or am I going to be like, oh no.
Do you really think Luke Smith doesn't know what's going on with that team though?
I'm sure they meet up and talk.
All go out and get
yeah, I'm sure of it. I'm just saying it can go in a very different direction again.
I'm not worried about it. I feel like I know, and here's the thing. I know you're like super, you really like the direction that Luke Smith took Taken King. I mean, like, there's all these fantastic.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't like somebody else's direction, but it's something.
No, but it's someone you now quote unquote trust, like, right?
I trust him, sure.
So, but I feel like there's all these fantastic people, Bungie people we've met and who've been in our chats and we've talked to that are passionate about their game.
All right, you go to a restaurant, right? You go to get a burger.
Okay,
go on.
And
I wasn't
runs the restaurant.
Sure, that's fine.
And John makes your burger every day, and you love the burger that John makes. But then John's brother takes over the burger shop because John went to Italy for whatever fucking reason, parachute, I don't know. And then you're like, Rodney's there and he's cooking your burger. Do you not feel slightly apprehensive about maybe Rodney won't make as good of a burger?
It's like I wasn't done talking, but sure. All right. Fine. Cool. All right. Oh, was that one time Goth interrupted you? Which one? Oh. Ouch. That's a good point.
Oh my gosh.
Ouch. Goth is content. You've made him happy. Look at him.
Yeah, he's happy.
Go get your damn hamburger.
Oh my god. I kind of want to break down the changes from year 2 to year 1 to year 2, just so everyone kind of understands how drastic that is. So year 1 was level 1 to 20 was all you actually had experience bars for. Yeah. Correct? Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'll cover. I can.
Yeah. Feel free to break it down.
Yeah. Okay. So for the leveling, it was 1 to 20 was experience based. Everything else was gear based. So Bungie tried an experiment, and if you're familiar with MMOs, you know, like eye level or item level, they tried to bind that into your character's power. So you couldn't level up beyond 20 unless you got gear to increase this stat called your light. And the big issue with that was that everyone had to look the same because there was only one set of gear that gave you maximum light. And 2, you only had one chance every week to get that gear. And if you didn't get it, you were stuck.
And the chance was from the raid. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. The chance was from the raid.
Okay. I don't know why.
What is going on?
Don't worry about it. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So that the only time that you had a chance to gear up in the entirety of year 1 of Destiny was usually in the once a week time that you could play the end game activity. Whether that was Vaults of Glass or Crota's End or later in the game Trials of Osiris and Prison of Elders. It was locked to getting your gear. And so that was a huge deterrent for a lot of people because they were like, what's the point of playing this game every day if it only really matters what happens in these few instances? And so that's a big thing that's changed in year 2.
The jumps in power were so
huge,
big too.
In terms of like the items you were getting, you mean?
Yeah.
Like the difference between 29 and 30 was massive. As where if you're 309 right now, like essentially gear score, then it's not a big difference to 310. You know, it's not
nearly as big as 29 to 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like at the beginning of the game, if you weren't max level and you were doing a max level activity, you had a 20% damage output penalty and a 20% damage increase on your character just because you didn't have one piece of gear. It's a huge punishment for something you have absolutely no control over as a player.
Someone brought up something in the chat. I'm going to try to get them to expand on that a little bit because it sounds like a good topic. But let's talk about the first raid in depth and kind of break down. Like, were you guys happy with that raid looking back?